Imagine living every day trapped in a cage of noise where everyone says the same thing, chases the same trends, follows the herd like sheep. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing frustration inside because no matter how hard you try, the rules you're handed just don't work for you. The world screams play safe, stay comfortable, follow the crowd, but something deep down tells you loud and clear that none of that will get you where you want to be. It's exhausting. Every time you make a move, every decision you wrestle with, those invisible chains of consensus tighten around you. The pain? It's real. The regret of waiting, the fear of being average, the crushing sense of silence when your potential wants to scream. You're not here for a borrowed life. You're here to burn, to break out. And right now, in this moment, the truth looks like a trick mirror. The markets, the news, even the experts, all seem crowded with the same voices repeating the same tired ideas. Everyone worships the alpha, the big winners, those who follow the rules perfectly and get rewarded, yet it feels like those rules shift the moment you get a foot in the door. The real kings and queens of investing, those legends you admire, are never those who followed the recipe. No. The real alpha sits in shadows, laughing quietly at the herd, moving in the opposite direction like a shark smelling blood where others see safety. The rawest edge, the greatest advantage, is hiding in what nobody else wants to touch: contrarian thinking. This isn't about being a rebel for the sake of it. It's life or death for your legacy. It's about unlearning every comfortable lie that tells you to mimic the crowd, to trust consensus blindly, to be afraid to stand alone. Because the truth is, the crowd gets comfortable just enough to sell you out. Comfort is a prison with velvet walls, and the system is busy handing you the keys while locking the door behind your back. You've been programmed to avoid discomfort when real growth, real alpha, is forged only in the fire of discomfort, the fire of stepping off the cliff when everyone else watches from the shore. This is exactly where the power lies. Think about it. Every time the market swings wildly, every time the headlines scream doom or glory, most run the other way. Panic selling, herd buying, parroting the noisy consensus instead of trusting their own insight. It's like watching millions of people jump from a burning ship at the same time. But what if the ship isn't burning? What if the real fire is on the dock behind you? Contrarian thinking means daring to swim against this torrent, calmly, intentionally, seeing what others refuse to see, because they're blinded by fear or greed or just pure habit. The painful irony? The most brutal truths about markets, about people, about the world, you can only face them if you stand apart. That means breaking your own mental chains, hearing the noise, feeling it claw at your confidence, but choosing to walk your own path anyway. This path is lonely, it's uncomfortable, but it's also where the hidden winners live, the rare few who ditch illusions, who don't just accept what everyone says, but challenge everything. And that challenge is a weapon. It slices through the fog of groupthink and reveals opportunity where others see only risk. So how do you get there? How do you become this rare breed who finds alpha not in the expected, but in the unexpected? First, it means attacking your own beliefs. Not gently, but like your life depends on it, because it does. Question every certainty you cling to. Why do you believe that stock is safe? Why do you think this trend will last? What if the biggest truth is that the market's favorite narratives are just the illusion of safety, a cover story for the herd to keep buying what's already too late? Do not let comfort convince you that the obvious path is the right one. It rarely is. Next, embrace patience. Not the shallow kind that waits for soft returns, but fierce patience, like a wolf stalking its prey, waiting for the perfect moment while everyone else loses their mind chasing quick wins. It's a long game, a hidden game, but one with the richest prizes. When everyone else is noisy, impatient, short-sighted, the contrarian is calm, collected, hungry, not for easy gains, but for true transformation. That patient hunger is the secret sauce of alpha. Then, learn to love contradiction. The world tries to make you uniform, to follow scripts, to avoid conflict, to seek approval. But the real power is in those contradictions inside you. The part that wants security but craves risk. The part that understands the rules but wants to break them. By embracing your complexity, your internal paradoxes, you become unstoppable. You see layers others miss because you're not looking for simple answers. You dig deeper, build richer understanding, and find opportunities hidden in those cracks. But this is not only about mindset, it's about who you align with. The herd never makes real waves because it's scared of outsiders. True contrarians, true alphas, form their own networks. Not just friends who say yes, but those who challenge, who push boundaries, who burn with the same fire you do. Seek those rare connections with people who see the world sharply, who refuse to settle, who ignite your own spark rather than dull it. This is how misaligned brilliance becomes aligned power. This is how lonely outsiders become a movement. And above all, never fall for the lie that freedom lies in comfort. Freedom is brutal. Freedom demands you choose your own questions, challenge every answer, walk alone if you must. The system offers you safety because it fears what true freedom means. An individual who stops playing the prescribed game, an individual who redefines reality itself. This is your fight. This is your prize. So as the noise swells again, the headlines, the bullish calls, the panic waves, remember that chasing consensus is chasing a ghost. The highest alpha isn't in what everyone buys or sells. It's in what the fearless few see and act on when others freeze. It's in holding steady when others collapse, in questioning what everyone assumes, in daring to be discomforted, misunderstood, even hated. Because real alpha is the weapon of those who refuse the easy path. It's found by those who shatter illusions instead of rebuilding them. It's claimed by those who, instead of waiting for the world to change, become the change. Not in empty words or safe bets, but in radical, relentless action that rewires how the game is played. Right now, you stand at a fork. You can walk into the comfortable fade out, or you can step into the fire. You can follow the 99% locked in collective fear and false promises, or you can join the few who dare to unlearn, to question, to become more. This isn't just investing. This is reclaiming your mind, your power, your future. So burn the rule book, reject the comfortable lies, hunt the shadows where fear blinds the many. Because there, in that darkness, the real alpha waits. It's not given. It's taken by those who dare to stop following and start leading the untold story. The story of being more than a number, more than a follower, more than a statistic. The edge isn't somewhere out there, it's inside you. In your willingness to be different, to be critical, to be patient, to be radical. This is how history skips the obvious choices and picks the rare winners. This is how fortunes are made when winter turns into spring no one else sees coming. So what if the real alpha isn't in the crowd, isn't in the safe bet, isn't in the trendy advice? What if it lives exactly where the discomfort grows, where consensus cracks, where the bold step into uncertainty meets the quiet power of truth? The answer is clear. The real alpha is contrarian thinking, and that's the fire no one else dares to light, except you.